Alright. YouTube is receiving my contents. I forgot my intro for a second. I am all set. Okay. So if I remember right, at the end of last stream, we went over this way. Fought some arsonists or something. And then we just ended stream. So I think the only way to go... I could go down there, but it looks like that's an up-way thing. We come back through there, it looks like. So the correct way is probably this way, I believe.
What lies beyond?
Got bombs. I forget where exactly this place is called. The Shadow Quarters, right? Don't people, like, hang out here normally? Why are there bombs?
Would you look at that?
Okay, so, yeah, we want to follow those, I believe. We're going the right way for them. But there was... yeah, there's shopkeepers, aren't there? Can I not buy from you guys? Yeah. I thought I could skip the line since I'm all important. But I suppose not. Where can we go? We can go through here, yeah? Well, I gotta grab goods.
Let us see what I found.
Check that out in a second. What are you? Another symbol?
Patience!
Okay.
My nerves are frayed!
Read this.
Never doubt me.
Adeptus Administratum, huh. Where am I? I missed over here. And we can still go this way. That way is probably the right way to go. Let's go this way.
What curiosity unveils itself before me?
I guess not. What's in here? Cultist Lair. Okay. Do these injuries matter? I could fix them. That hurts a little bit, but it's fine.
They
It's
will
fine.
see.
Secret.
Oh yes, they all will see.
Over there!
Hello. I was expecting a fight immediately, I'm not gonna lie.
What is that?
You're the bomb
Join
disarmer,
me in
aren't you?
prayer.
Go around here. Disarm that.
I better myself through my service.
Groovy. Okay. Probably
Do you
gonna be
see that?
seeing a couple of those. Someone disarm that.
Nothing escapes my sight.
Someone disarm that first. And then once you're
The
done with
Emperor
that,
favors me today.
groovy. What is in here? A cutscene is in here. Hey guys, am I interrupting? I seem to be interrupting something. Okay.
What an amusing attempt at defiance.
Come to chaos!
Okay, so we'll put me front and center. Same thing with Abel. You probably want to be behind. You will take cover there. Pascal can go there. Cassia. Go over here. 359. That is a lot of HP. That's a big number. Okay, you have a lot of HP as well.
Running binary.
What is this? Oh, right, the frontline stuff.
My vow is to serve.
That's the front line. The back line. Is there cover here? I can't tell. Back line. Here.
Running binary override.
I can't overlap these two, that sucks. Okay, I thought, I didn't realize the rear would be so important.
Request approved.
There. Okay. Now...
Running binary override. My vow is to serve.
When does pink move? Right there. After Argenta, I see.
Out of my way! I serve the ruinous powers!
We're gonna need to take care of the ads before anything else.
Rejoice in battle!
Let's see. This depends the Roman numeral on the enemy's icon. 6. Okay. Well, that's 4 actually. And you're just 1. You're 2. Are you 3? You're 3. I might be able to kill you.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
I'd like to try.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
No. I said might be able to. Not that I would. Okay.
Death to the weak! Brace yourself, Avalon!
Ow.
Chaos guides me! Ah!
Okay. Let's... You're gonna be an issue. at you.
What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Groovy. Your vision
Anything
privileges
else?
are revoked. Did you fail? I actually don't know what failing does. I just know it debuffs you. Okay, so you did debuff yourself. Debuff it.
But of course,
Okay. Sig, if you move away to charge, well, it'll opportunity attack from you, but who cares? Definitely need to do something about you. They also need to do something about everyone else. Don't want you getting a turn. So, what's under?
Wicked thought.
Sworn enemy.
A genius at work.
Charge.
Too bad I'm still standing.
I thought that, right, it only crits if it's reckless, damn it. That's fine, he can't move.
Predictable downfall.
Alright, Cass.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Now, should I stare at these guys? I could get 3 of them. It doesn't do enough damage, I think.
If I may,
Can I shoot you?
For you, my emperor!
Yes. And that gave you a buff, didn't it? Whole bunch of stuff. Fire it up, maybe? No. Forget exactly where I would say. No matter. We got some kind of damage buff from that. Okay.
do not dare ask.
Alright, Abel, you should heal yourself.
The healing is much appreciated.
You should endure.
Indeed.
I guess you're gonna be beefing with this dude.
It will be done. Target well struck.
Ooh, damage. Okay. Pascal, you are in a dubious situation. This sorcerer needs to die, so we're gonna kill him if I can. What do exploits do? Okay. So I do more damage with it, which is good. I think.
Explorers know one route. Forward. The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
That didn't kill him. But he can't move.
Death to non-believers!
He can, though.
Chaos guides me.
Ow. Rude.
You can escape the Emperor's judgment.
That didn't count as a kill. Huh. Well, that's a shame.
Doubt is for the weak.
I thought that'd be enough to get me here. Can I move still? Probably not. I did that shot. That's annoying, but... yeah. Okay. I'm kind of afraid to do most anything with Idra, because we're close to Veil
On it.
Degradation being scary.
Well,
That's like the last thing I'm able to do before it gets bad. I can't move. That's fine. Alright, so we need to... I'd like to heal, but that doesn't seem to be an option. I can't damage him anyway because of the sorcerer. So let's go beat this guy up. Here.
Schemes within schemes.
This should kill. I think it doesn't consider the crit
Let's see.
in the forecast. Damn it. Rude.
Ah, behold the wrath of madness.
Isn't that supposed to bleed you? Right. I didn't. Okay. You're still blinded. Okay.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. I am a navigator, not a servitor.
It's not gonna do a lot of damage,
At your beck and call.
but it's gonna hurt a little bit.
Victory is imminent. Grey hair, sure hand.
What does brace do? Have to be reminded every time. 2 deflection. I mean, it's better than nothing.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Apparently it is. Are you still sworn enemy? No. Well, yeah.
At your beck and call. I will do my duty. An exemplary strike.
Nice.
It will be done.
Activate calculated fury algorithm.
Actually, I need to kill this guy. I forgot. I forget you were in the game.
Confidence knows no bounds.
Worth it. Alright, Argenta, if I shoot, does that hurt? Okay, it would. I was wondering about Abel, but Abelard's also an issue. No reason to be here, I guess. If I move 1 forward,
Guided by faith.
everyone's safe. Okay.
I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, my Emperor! In thy light I stand, and thy light I crave.
Cool.
Faith without deed. I'll do it. My Emperor.
Nice.
As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it.
That was very impressive, sir. Oh yeah, that drew a lot of aggro, didn't it?
Oh, leave her to rot.
I didn't know you could do that. That was pretty scary. I can probably just shoot at you.
War is my muse.
Try to get a better shot.
What if?
It's a shotgun move. Ah, damn. Kill him.
Let's see.
Finally managed to kill, and finally managed to hit and didn't even kill. That's a shame.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Kill him.
A genius. Another one is shattered.
Damn, I didn't realize I was fighting a Minecraft slime. Did it say anywhere that would happen? I thought I was done. Move away from those guys.
Emperor, give me strength.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
It's fine. Blues don't seem to be that bad.
Victory is imminent. Indeed. It will be done. Target well struck. At your beck and call.
Don't seem to be. You can't do much. Magenta, get out of there.
Faith without deeds is worthless. I'll do it.
I thought you could shoot again. There we go. Kill this one too.
Doubt is for the weak.
Damn.
I'll do it.
Time to die.
A wicked thought.
There we go. That was rough. Magenta rushes to the last living cultist and silently, fiercely punches him in the face. Blaspheming heretic, who are you praying to? I know those words. That call to a lore. Magenta doesn't get to finish. Cultist, having dropped to his knees, interrupts her with a grating, rasping laughter. Of course you know them. I recognize you too. Lackey to the corpse on the throne. Haven't you already experienced the power of the true God? Didn't you flee from us, shedding tears? Magenta recoils as if from a blow, then steps forward, grabs Cultist by a scruff of his neck, makes him look into her eyes, like burning embers. I'm one of the Adeptos Sororitas, and I have never, not once in my life, heard from heretics and betrayers of humankind. Can't you see he's trying to get under your skin? But he wants to click bullet to the head instead of a bonfire. Despite her tone, she's looking around anxiously and rubbing her temples. Smells of a dark future like a noose around the neck. We have to interrogate him. What do you want to know, servants of the Corpse Emperor? The names of my brethren? How many of us are there? Where we are, I will tell you myself. We are myriad, and we are everywhere. Soon, very soon, you will hear our voices. And when you hear them at your back, so close you can feel our breath, then you will know the true power of the true God. Just how many of you vermin are there? First Reich had Minoris, now here. Scal pulls a number of instruments out of his robe. You would bet your life that the purpose of these items isn't to disassemble machines. He says casually, should you encounter difficulties during the information extraction process, I would recommend precise targeting of ganglia. Pulse chuckles arrogantly but pales under Pascal's calmly probing gaze. Who's this true God? You will know in time. Okay, how do you know Argenta? Not on footfall. In another place, she flew right in like a bird into a snare. Salus Prime. You know what he's talking about? Planet, place, it doesn't matter. I know these heretics. I fought them and was gravely wounded, but I swear I never turned from them and ran. Turns to the cultist, her eyes filled with cold fury. You truly have seen me on Salus Prime, or Salus. I'm gonna say Salus. Someone among you must know a way to get there. Do you have your own ship, a navigator? Answer me. Ships and maps, roads and doors, we have them all. But our paths are not for you. The true God spins his web, and you are but a fly caught in it. But where is the spider? In English, please? You're a traitor, you won't get anything from this madman. As for my part in the story, I will tell it. I'm not here in his presence. Alright, kill him. You can kill me, servants of the Corpse Emperor, but you can't stop the victory of the true God. The edge of daybreak is nigh, and the hour of his triumph approaches. Okay. Silence. Hangs for a minute, then Argenta turns to you and shrugs. That's it. We fulfilled Reverend Hieronymus' request, which means I am now free. I can continue my travels with you. Before we leave this den, let us round up what remains of the blasphemers. What remains of the blasphemers. With like to cleanse this place with purifying flame, but perhaps we can find clues that might tell us where these heretics came from, or if they have any more associates. Need to talk, but it can wait. Let's meet on the ship when it's time to depart, Football. You got it. These guys drop anything? This plasma pistol's the same thing that Pascal's using, yeah? Maybe not, but it's the same type of weapon. This pistol might be good. But probably not. How about you? You have anything?
Yes.
Loot him.
One step at a time amidst the madness.
Open this for me, Pascal.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
In a row on one turn? Wow. That's a word shotgun. Anything in here? No.
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
Didn't mean to go to the boss room immediately. Thought it'd be further in. That's fine, we got out of there. Mostly painlessly. Alright. Well, if that was Hieronymus, we could probably go talk to him. Maybe get some reward for that. I'll have to remember to do that. We're not done here, though. Come on. Okay. Came in through that way. Have I been over here? No, but it leads to somewhere. No reason for me not to check it out. I get to do what I want here. I'm the boss. Hello. It's a warehouse. I'm expecting either enemies or loot. Realistically both, but probably one or the other.
Oh, let us seize the moment.
There are far too many explosive barrels for there not to be some enemy around. Huh. I'll keep that in mind. That's interesting. In fact, I might give that to Argento, depending. Can put that there. Let's see what pistols we have. Is this a pistol? Doesn't say. It's a shotgun. Where does it say it's a shotgun? Like, it says it in the flavor text. Huh. What's this? Why is this in the gun section? Why is the hammer in the gun section? When did I get this? These are just weapons, not guns. I see. That's a revolver. Does it count as a pistol? Are revolvers pistols? I don't know. Here. That's an auto pistol. It's called a pistol. It's pretty bad, though, relative. How about you? No. 7 of them. There we go. This thing's range is 6 compared to the 15. Who knows? Maybe it'll be decent. Since I can theoretically get another shot in every turn on these guys.
There will be no peace in my wake. How intriguing.
If these things blow up and kill all of me at once, then so be it. I'm not gonna walk around with one dude. There's probably some purpose for this place, even if I haven't found it yet. Like, it could be a quest area. You have to chase someone in here. But we get to loot this place freely before then.
Patience! My nerves are frayed!
Wrong button. I missed you. Alright, that's everything here. Well, wait. Am I plot barriered? I can't get in here. That's a shame. What is this? Do I not... I'm not seeing how this fits on the map. I see. Okay, well, we're done here. Until a quest says otherwise. I was looking for that one lady that got kicked out, and it's at the bar, right? That's the hideout. Haven't checked over this way.
Curiosity! My veins!
Right. Can't go down there. Maybe if we have a talk with these guys? I'm gonna have to mute this on my end. I'm not gonna be able to talk over the flamethrowers. Okay. The man stops and salutes you with his flamer. Your lordship, what an honor. Fullfoot Falls, talking about the new head of the House Von Lynchies. Foreman of Footfall Duty, Crew 3, at your service. What you doing? Just burning rats and some trash, and some parasites of other sorts. District's under quarantine. You see, you got hit by something nasty. A disease. Maybe it wasn't a disease, just some bugs and worms that crawled out of some ship or other. Bit odd that it happened here, not at the docks. What for issue? Things that Like, that usually starts there. They may even spray the place with some gunk to kill the bugs and worms, but I guess something through families that block over their snuffed it. The Liege wasted no time getting the district surrounded so that nobody could leave. So you don't know the exact cause? An apologies, your lordship, but no, we don't. We'd rather not find out. We're the right mind once we get closer to whatever it is. Tame the foulness, and that's good enough if you ask me. How'd they die? Who knows? Found them in their hovels, already dead. Loose swords on their bodies, and they stank something awful. That's why that lot found them and didn't even risk looting the corpses. Good on them, I guess. Doesn't mean we let them out, of course. Aside from flamethrowers, what all have you done? You're looking at them, we stand here, burn the foulness, and we've got people standing guard so that no one escapes. Some mines down, a whole load of them, for the same reasons. Water and sewers all blocked off to stop any communications getting out. Air's open, I suppose. Foulness doesn't seem to be airborne. Hasn't been any strange deaths outside the district. You're just leaving those guys in there? Of course not. I mean, heard Reverend has been praying for their souls, which sounded like retribution fell upon them, and rightly so. It's the most they can hope for. I'm gonna go in. Lordship, have mercy. Can't say no to you, but the danger is just as real to you as it is to the whole station. Clear a way for you, but it'll take time, a lot of time, to make it easy to break down the barricades and mine the mines. It won't be easy to break down the barricades and disarm the mines. A long look, likely hoping you'll reconsider, but after receiving no reaction, he gives the order to his assistants. Okay, I'll go talk to you later then. So I can't go in there. Can I go okay?
One yonder.
I haven't been up here. So, who knows what could be. Something cool, hopefully. Pascal, if you would.
The machine god grants me insight.
It's the hideout that we were just in, I assume. Have I been here? Yes. This is where we fought those guys. Okay, so the only place we can go. What is that?
Another notch! They will see. Oh, yes, indeed.
speech bubble.
They all will see.
What is that? And that. And that. Huh. Well, let's go over here then. Come on, lads. Let's quick save to be safe. Not pretty powerful, but we are on a higher difficulty, and I have a bunch of injuries. So if this does come into a fight, it might be pretty bad. Martyr's Endurance, what's that? It's the bar. Lovely.
There will be no peace in mine.
Nice little spot. It's good to see folks enjoying themselves. Even the air in here feels nicer to breathe.
Cool.
An entire establishment dedicated to unproductive and parasitical pursuits. A waste of station space.
Yeah.
Hey.
And
What's that?
what's what? Oh, bats. Let's go find out. Is what's her face here? We'll never know. We may know eventually. What's this?
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Huh. I know better than to open doors randomly. Go there in a bit. Pascal, if you would.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Patience? My nerves are frayed.
Rose, I forget what that is.
An expected result.
Huh. Oh, cussing. Whomster you?
Rough day.
I think you're...
You have no idea.
Yeah.
I just might. That's the second bottle you've downed.
Jai Hidari. Falco sends his regards.
And
Falco.
what does that
We've
unholy
heard that name
scion
before,
of
I
a
think.
Grox and a Brahan want from me this time? Oh, wait, I don't really care. My sole plans for tonight are drowning my grief in a sea of Amasak.
Who'll give you grief, all right? Get out!
Don't think so, Ashmag.
Okay.
And tell Falco to come himself next time.
Dari, I am tired of your mess. Out! Get some sleep. We'll talk about settling up later.
Okti Shireen, light of my eyes. Can't you see my soul is full of sadness? Have you no heart at all? Let go of your material concerns and let me grieve in peace. Have we met somewhere before?
Oh, we're boys. Woman looks at you with the glassy eyes of a trunk, and you notice two empty bottles that have been keeping your company before you arrived. Looks completely out of place in this dingy, smoky bar. Fancy attire, abundance of jewelry, implants plated with precious metals. Her appearance not only screams wealth, but also audacity for an audacious person who would flaunt their wealth in a place like this.
Greetings, Shireen. With whom do I have the honor of speaking?
I'm the rogue trader.
Von Valancius. My deepest, humblest regards, your lordship. I never would have imagined I'd be standing at the bar, in the Amasekus, next to an honest-to-God Emperor Rogue Trader.
Well, here I am.
Jai Hedari at your service. Professional trader, shrewd commercial broker, and, may he steal my tongue if I'm lying, the most honest dealer on footfall. Nonetheless, we all have our problems, and at times even one's many merits aren't enough to solve them. Perhaps it would be no trouble for a person with your kind of power and standing to assist someone with my kind of predicament.
You find out that I'm like the most awesome person on the planet, and the first thing you do is ask for a favor.
I have heard a great deal about how open-minded the members of the von Valancius dynasty are, and Lady Theodora especially.
Okay, what do you want?
You see, Shireen, there's one cardinal rule on footfall. Anything goes as long as it doesn't get in the way of business. I'm someone who's been able to exploit that rule to the fullest. And in recent years, I've hit it so big, I've become a speck of sand in someone's green eye. They used to throw small wrenches into my dealings here and there. Well, now they've decided to really put their backs into it. Some rats stole my cargo and dragged it off to the seediest part of the Shadow Quarters. A crummy place even for connoisseurs of footfall's unique atmosphere. When I asked the Liege for protection, we had a mutual misunderstanding. I believe Vladium, in a most lamentable fashion, has forgotten his duties as guardian of the downtrodden and wronged. So I'm in desperate need of a new one. And you, Shireen, Fit the bill perfectly. All I need is for you to drop by one dark corner of Footfall Shadow Quarters and pound it into the thieves' heads that taking Heydari's property carries certain risks.
Okay, appears to be a serious operator on Footfall. Lige's refusal to help means the loss of a potential ally. CJ is approaching on his turf. Well, if Fideum, that's how you say it apparently, is not responsible for the disappearance of Jay's cargo, he will certainly benefit greatly from it. I'm gonna ask a few questions before I decide, especially since we're voiced in this cutscene.
Ask as many as you wish, Shireen. Trust is the key to a successful endeavor.
What was stolen?
Goods of incredible rarity, Shireen. But it's not just that. 24 of my people lost their lives in the impenetrable emptiness of the void to acquire them. I cannot leave their families with nothing.
Ordinary smugglers do not dress so ostentatiously or behave so brazenly. They are unlikely to spoil the mood of the Liege on Footfall. Their mere presence. Lost so many people to obtain these rarest of goods, and to get them back, she turned to Valideum Tokara, patron of all cold trade in the Expanse. Cargo can be nothing other than Xeno artifacts, creation of the enemies of humanity, branded with heresy. You're asking an upstanding citizen to be party to the trafficking of Xenu artifacts?
I thought we were on the same page from the start, Shireen. Please accept my sincerest apologies if that is not the case, and allow me to explain myself. If I had told you directly, you would have become, shall we say, complicit. But since those illicit words did not escape my lips, you would hypothetically be agreeing merely to help me recapture a few containers. And if the Aji suddenly decided to thwart our plans, then all the Void Dogs would be unleashed on me alone. My sincerest wish was to protect you from any unnecessary trouble, Shireen. I swear, by the Exalted One.
I trust you completely. What are you paying me, though?
A fair deal, Shireen. If your heart desires, we'll split the recovered cargo 50-50. That will be fair. But if goods of incredible rarity do not interest you, then I'll make it worth your while with some bonds equal in value to a couple of full holds. Of course, I am aware that my personal means cannot compare to yours, Shireen, so I do not hope to impress you with money. But I can offer something else. My boundless knowledge. Surely you will appreciate the services of an expert on trading operations. Where I'm from, they call this kind of deal wisdom selling.
Sure.
Huh. I'm starting to like her.
Is this asking for payment up front, or am I asking for more? Considering it's a skill check that I've passively succeeded, it's probably worth... Wow. I didn't realize I could check the difficulty. I'm gonna pick this.
You truly know how to do business, Shireen. You demand payment before giving an answer because you're aware of the weakness of my position. I respect that. And I don't know if it's the alcohol talking or just a feeling I have, but I want to take that risk with you. True jewels are meant to be held in the hands of the worthiest, Shireen. Please, accept this humble gift.
Huh. Yeah, I'll help you.
May the Exalted One bless you and your progeny. Then here's what we'll do. We shouldn't be seen together before we make it to the safe house. I'll head there first. I'll take my own special route so I won't be spotted.
Cool.
Right. Here, that's where those ashmags are keeping the stolen cargo. Out the bar, over the bridge, and to the left. There in the depths you'll find a small courtyard, through which you can get to the place. I'll be waiting nearby. You can come when it suits you, but the sooner you do, the better. I'll see you then, Shireen.
It's the warehouse. I knew I'd have to go there eventually. No reason not to go now, I suppose. You know, aside from all my wounds. My
In this
injuries.
tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
Let's go, if you would.
The machine god grants me insight.
What's in here? This is a shortcut that I made. Have I been here?
Never doubt me.
You have a name. That's interesting. Okay, no matter. I have
One step at a time.
got what I came here for. Let's go to that warehouse. Pretty sure it's the warehouse we have to go to. Said go. Okay. Northeast. Yeah, okay, this is the place.
What lies beyond?
We'll be fine in terms of injuries, I think. With the exception of a random 300 HP enemy. The enemies in this game aren't too hard to take down. Here you are. Hey guys, how's it going? Joy to see you. Follow me, please. Didn't realize you were gonna help me out. Hey,
Is
lads.
aiding a smuggler an endeavor worthy of a rogue trader?
I've decided yes.
You're just jealous. She swigs Armor Second wears revealing clothes, while your only outlet is praying.
Okay. Hello, lads. Are we taking cover from the baddies? Yeah. I thought combat would have started by now. Hello. Okay. Hey, dudes.
Oh, another annoyance.
I wonder if I can shoot them first. Like if I have Argenta just like take a pot shot at them from very far away. Alright, Sig. Why does that happen every time? Okay, weird. I don't know what the distance is if these things explode. That's gonna actually... Let's try to take the back foot a little bit. You don't really have a back foot to take. So here we'll have to do. See. There. Able. There, you can take it if that hits you. Move over here. Argenta, you want to be pretty far back. Yeah, move there. You can use pistols if you need. Cassia, you always help those from behind. There we go. Okay. Let's do some science. But first, actually you're fine there. Science time. I'd imagine like just one block around. 3x3 area, centered on the cover. You didn't land a single one of those.
Go.
You've got 19 HP. Get back, dude. I can handle it. Got some lads on here. Okay. Yeah, I wonder what's costing it. I thought it was the veil degradation, but I guess not.
No can do.
Okay. Here.
There is movement in the Empyrean. Was that big gun?
I got one of you. Vision privileges.
Anything else?
For those. Okay. Abel, you will move as forward as you can. Charged. You can get there to do that. This costs 2 AP, so we're just gonna... That doesn't do any damage. Do a reckless.
I will do my duty.
And then bonk this fool.
It will be done.
That probably wasn't worth it, but it's fine. What is possible?
Let's get to it.
Traumas, I think.
Hold on.
Green barrels are...
A moving target lives longer.
My soul.
Kind of rude of you to do that to Abel, but whatever. Okay, you are very far away. Just move here. Cover's fine. Not gonna be hurt too badly. Especially if you're just not there.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Faith without deed, strike is a prayer.
That was supposed to get you as well. That's fine.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
You're probably dead anyway. Let's give me some free
That
HP.
is for the weak.
God damn it. No matter.
Out of my way.
I've suffered.
Let's get to it.
Let's make it quick.
Realize everyone is in here. No. Abel might go down. Holy shit.
Yet.
Where is Sig? He's all the way back here. Okay. Let's move.
Battlefields
here.
are always drowned in scarlet. If I may. Me. If you insist, Lord Captain.
Shooting that be good?
I'll do it.
It did damage, I suppose. Where to really go? Shoot this guy.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
I didn't expect you to hit, but it would have been nice if you did. Not much to do.
The storm approaches.
Thought I was safe there. I'll go one space further. It's fine. Okay, fine. Right there, perfect.
What if?
Rudy.
A
Door.
wicked thought.
Charge E. Okay, that works.
Not you! Time to slaughter someone!
Let's get to it.
So my tank is dead. But that's okay. We have another one. He's doing fine.
Now I'm really riled up.
You're fine. If you die, do you actually die? Probably not. That goes off and we're just... my entire, like, safety area is ruined. You're a human. Are you? You have reject the flesh, which means... yes. Are you scared? No, you're the scary one. But... actually, which one of you goes first in combat? You do, but you're in the same, like, units of initiative, so we're just gonna kill you. Nice. Did I have something else that heard reject the flesh? I don't think so. Take that. Yeah, fools.
Show me what you've got!
If I had gone through this place and broke all the barrels first, would that have been a bad decision? Look, I come through here, break all the barrels, then I go talk to Jay? Move right here.
They who discern the future own the battlefield.
Oh, we're desperate, are we? Huh.
I'm not so sure. None will stand against me. What an unfortunate turn of fate.
See what happens.
Earth protest? I didn't realize, I forgot that would trigger perils. Earth protest. What is Earth protest? That killed someone. Oh, from Sig. What is Earth protest? I don't know. I think that was a net positive, though. Are you already blind? You're already blind. You're blind now.
I'm enraged!
Why did that perils? Shouldn't have perils? Changed from one before. Yeah, it's not even close to me. Where is it? What is warp tremor? Didn't do that much damage, I guess.
Negligible.
This battlefield air is good for my lungs.
Take cover away from the barrels. They're everywhere, though, and you just went behind the green ones. The green ones are the scary ones, dude.
Beyond science.
What does that do aside from damage?
My vow. Condemns you.
If it works, it works. Alright, Magenta, you need to snipe. Why doesn't that kill? It probably kills,
As the
actually.
Emperor commands, get it.
Nice.
I'll do it. Doubt is for the weak.
Anyone close to death? Not particularly, but you are the
Faith
closest.
without deeds is worthless.
Crit,
As
please.
the Emperor commands, you can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Nice. You're 3, so that gave me a damage boost, I see. Reload. What's that? 0 AP. I guess it costs 1 more AP every time I use it. I don't know. Then I can use this, but not right now. Run away. Running away here. Safer, I guess.
Let's get to it.
Forgot Sig was there. I knew it. Did I did control you last, didn't I? Move over here.
No!
Better.
These ruby flashes are choking me!
It's fine, it's fine.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Actually, if I'm triggering perils, unless this guarantees... Huh. Weird. It was the same odds with that. Okay,
But of course.
Okay. You can't shoot this guy, can you? Probably not. That wouldn't help even if I did do it.
Hold on.
Don't run through the gas. You fool.
That is weak, yet iron knows no pain.
Move back a little bit past. Kill that guy.
Running my
Rad. And you're fine. We should heal you though.
We function as one.
Take cover.
Advancing.
Damn, that's got okay, whatever. Reload if you can.
My competencies are not that useless.
Gonna need Argenta to take care of that guy next. And your energy as well. Get that. How far is that? This is 10. 1, 2. Yeah, that's way too far. Right? Yeah. Have to move to like here to maybe get there. Wouldn't work. Argenta's gonna move next, so shooting that probably would help, I think. Probably not, actually. Adira, don't do anything.
Living on the edge. Did my luck
See
finally...
the servers? The ones that are dead? Yeah, no, don't.
You're no fun.
I don't want you dead. Kill that guy for me, which is pretty rad. Here.
Be strong.
That didn't
Greater
help at
trials
all,
lie
but-
ahead.
I owe you a debt.
Can't shoot him? Okay, fine. Shoot this thing.
I'll do it.
Now you're green.
Doubt is for the weak.
And you're an issue, but what can you do? We can get Sig to get you next.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Are you 6 tiles away? No. But, yeah, some pre-movement over there. For your next turn. Now, move forward.
Step aside. The navigator is coming.
Probably should have tried going here. I can maybe one-shot you. With 4... Reckless, Sworn Enemy, and then Charge. But then I couldn't do a regular attack. But that would probably be enough.
Let's see.
Sworn Enemy. Reckless. Charge.
A predictable
Nice.
downfall.
Over 100 damage. Amazing. I'm just that awesome.
Out of the way.
I definitely need a drink. Or a medikit.
Yeah, you dumbass. That was his fault. Oh, the gas is going away now. Didn't realize that was only for a little bit. Does it say how long that gas lasts? I think we broke all the green barrels, so I can't inspect them. Could I have if I wanted to? No. Okay, Pascal can't help. He can move
As the
closer.
tactical imperative dictates.
Hero can... not do much either.
I know what is to come.
Watch my back.
Don't blow up that barrel. She's not dead, is she? She's gonna get back up after the fight, right?
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone. Faith without deeds is worthless. I'll do it. Each strike is a prayer.
Okay, she got back up. You come here with just the three of us. Yeah, you would have been cooked, dude. Show up and get moving. Core, we need to open the passage into the tunnels and let our guys in. I wish this could go faster. These Ashmags dared to touch something from the cargo. We're not moist anymore. 2, 3, 5. Thank the Exalted One. These Ashmags didn't have time to make off by moving it. Jay carefully inspects the containers, emblazoned with markings from some unknown freight operator. Then smiles and touches with a calm beat in her ear. Give me 2 minutes, Shireen. I'll send the coordinates to my little crew who will deliver the property somewhere safe. And done. She removes her hand from her ear and turns to you. We're good. Now how about we relocate to a more pleasant and private place to discuss the details of our deal, specifically payment for your efforts. And we're just gonna leave this thing unattended? What if there was other guys? Nothing to worry about. After all the ruckus we caused here, I doubt anyone will go anywhere near the containers. I am, however, infinitely flattered by your concern for my, now our, property. Sure thing. Opens his mouth to reply, and you hear the sound of many footsteps behind you. Stop right there in the name of the leash. Why did you walk into the gas, you dumbass? Okay. You've lost all of your intimidation for that alone. I don't care about you at all. Another one? Come on. Pale-skinned man in grimy clerical robes glances at you and immediately falls to his knees obsequiously. Your Excellency, please forgive my vehemence. Most noble Sigmund, I never expected to encounter such eminent persons in this corner of Footfall. I am Vladeum Takara's personal agent. The man hesitates, choosing his words carefully. Came to remove the criminal circulation a shipment distribution which is banned in the land's Footfall. Horrendous Xeno heresy that has been fraudulently delivered to a bastion of the Holy Imperium. Exit J. Do not doubt for a moment, most noble Sigmund, that your presence here is merely a misunderstanding brought about by another's manipulations. It's too great a coincidence that the leash's representative should arrive in the Shadow Quarters just after Jay has recovered her rightful spoils. Seems that the guards reported the problems with the shipment over Vox, not just to anyone, but to the leash's personal agent. Vladeum Takara knew about the shipment from the start and planned to take it for himself, get rid of Jay if he could. Behold, the grubby, underhanded struggle between cold traders. And had it not been for your impromptu deal struck in the bar, Vladeum might have succeeded. This cargo's mine now. He doesn't have beef with me, does he? No, your lordship. I beg you forgive this wretched serf. Terrible misunderstanding. 1,000 apologies won't disturb you further. Wish I could see Vladeum's face when he finds out he almost stepped on the toes of one of the most powerful people in the Expanse. Listen, Sigmund, genuinely sorry about this confusion. Vladeum and I have had our difficulties, but never thought he'd want to clean me out and do away with me in some dark corner. At least not so soon. If you hadn't agreed to our deal, Shireen, my gang and I would have already been floating in orbit around one of Footfall's asteroids. Why don't you tell me about your business? Alright then, this isn't my first year in the Expanse. It's not my first year in business either. Sat at the negotiating table with all sorts, not just loot hunters or smugglers either. It's the Xenos. One's intelligence enough to believe that mutual benefit was a better outcome of our meeting than the mutual destruction. I know what the Ashellus are. That feels Ashillasarchy there. Ashillasarchy. That's probably how you say it. That feels right. Has to say about that. But speaking from the bottom of my heart, I know where the line is between an ordinary deal and the betrayal of humanity, and I never cross it. Nothing wrong with that, I suppose. I'm not racist. I'm not xeno-racist. Think I like Shireen? Well then, does this mean I can hope for a partnership to continue? Could you join my party? Exalted One bless you and your entire dynasty. Wouldn't say no to marking the occasion properly. So every day you embark on a brilliant new business partnership. You see your approach. Sully Von Flinch's name by inviting people like her into your retinue, Lord Captain. Decision is yours. But do not be surprised if unsavory rumors start to spread on Footfall. It's a strange circle you're forming around yourself, rogue trader. Sister Argenta gives an almost lecherous once-over. Heard all about your deeds on Footfall, but I never would have guessed there was an angelic beauty behind all the idle gossip. Either way, I'm entirely willing to join your retinue. From now on, my knowledge and experience are entirely at your disposal. Oh, I have to give money. Nice. An entire 2 money. One more thing, if you're interested in a rather lucrative offer, one that can give the Von Valancius Protectorate a leg up, say now isn't the time to be thinking about such things. But once we get back to your ship, perhaps you could spare me a minute. What are you? I don't know. You're probably an officer like Argenta? Cassia. Let's get rid of Videra for now. What are you? Who you be? This is close enough, I guess. Oh, actually. There we go. Whatever the screen is. You're iconoclast. Okay. What are you? Officer, I was right. And you haven't decided which of these you are yet. That's fine. Is all of this already decided for you? I think so. Which means... the only thing I get... yeah, you're already level 15. The only thing I get is to pick one of these, and I forgot who... I think, Cassia's this. I don't think I have a strategist. No, this is Pascal. I already have one of each of these. So... I think Vanguard's good. Is it only good for frontlining, though? Yeah, but you're an officer, so you're going to be hanging back and shooting peoples. Tactician, I guess? What does this do again? That's what Cassia is, and I haven't used it much. I feel like she's gonna get more use out of it than Cassia is. Already halfway to 16? To 17, I mean? Okay. Alright, let's do this place. Getting another chain axe could be fun for Abelard. But I'm not sure these guys are gonna have anything. There's chain swords, but chain axes are where it's at.
There will be no peace in my wake.
Anyone over here? Think I've looted everything? No. increases movement points by 3. That is very nice. What are my boots right now? I feel like these boots are pretty much a direct upgrade of what I already have. Just an unconditional plus 3 MP versus a very conditional 2.
Patience! My nerves are frayed!
I mean, I guess to be fair, the boots I had a theoretically higher ceiling. But I think just...
tantalizing and not
The lazy handle sacred technology
stopped
breaks
us.
my heart. Figuratively speaking, my cardiovascular augmentation can withstand much more than high blood pressure.
Thank you, Pascal. Put me back in, because I thought I stopped us from going in. I have to go through all these loading screens. Yay. Can I loot this? Thank you. Nothing exciting. It's a little bit of extra money though. Damn it. I pressed the button. There we go. Alright. I should probably go back to the ship to fix all my injuries, and then I'll come back and do everything else. We'll go back to the ship, and then I'll check if I can go down there yet. After, yeah. Alright. Have I not been here? Why is... Maybe it's changed? I don't know. I don't know why the map is not mapped out. But this is where I have to go to get to...
Sings in my veins!
My ship, right? Oh, right, Heinrichs. Lord Captain. Honored Interrogator, what a surprise! Did you perchance leave something in your cabin? Not at all, First Officer Worsian. Not in the habit of leaving a trail, but I thank you for your concern. Nice to see you again, dude. Glad to hear that my presence aboard your ship did not leave you with any unpleasant memories. Hope your disposition won't change once I've explained the reason for my visit. I was able to contact my mentor and report the tragic events that transpired on Rykad Minoris, but I also believe some information from my agents regarding the movements and actions of enemies of humanity, including the Xenos that we are assuming were involved in the attempt and the theft of the star. I'm having so much trouble reading. According to their findings, the threat now hangs over other worlds, this time yours, Lord Captain. Chris begins in a pointedly official tone. By the order of Lord Inquisitor Xavier Calcazar, whose duty is to stand sentinel over the Cronus Expanse, the Rogue Trader of House Von Valencians is to take on board the agent of the Most Holy Inquisition and provide support and escort and support deeds, great and small, that serve to safeguard the territories of the Imperium against its enemies. This decree is effective immediately upon announcement and remains in effect until decided otherwise by His Excellency Council Calcazar. I mean, I'm not against it. Why exactly are you, like, what help do you give me, honestly? I mean, you're a warrior, which I've already got 2 of, and you're a psyker, which I've already got 1 of, and you're not particularly amazing at either. I mean, you're not a bad warrior. I mean, there's a lot of swords that help with psyker powers, actually, that I've noticed. The cause and the activity of humanity's enemies. The cause is the activity of humanity's enemies, including the cults of the Final Dawn. In my absence, the situation in the Cronus Expanse has changed. I received an exhaustive report from my agents. This heresy has taken root in the region where the Von Valencius worlds lie. Probably already know about the fate of the industrial world of Kiava Gamma. If not, I will share the details what details I know, but not here. Better talk on board, we will not be overheard. Yeah, you're welcome aboard. Not the most common response to the news that I will be constantly breathing down your neck. Aren't wrong, though. I prefer to repay favors in kind. Assist me by ensuring my work is unobstructed, and I will assist you in return. I'm not reading all that. Must also deliver this to you. Heinrichs pulls out a sealed letter. The Lord Inquisitor specified the contents, I promise I can read, of this envelope are for your eyes only. I would ask you to read it as soon as you have time. Fine, I'll read it. May the Emperor's faithful forever remain in the light of his favor. Let me first express my condolences on the tragic death of Theodore, yada yada. Nevertheless, I was elated to learn that the warrant of the Rogue Trader has been passed to a worthy and promising heir. These words are not hollow compliments, but rather the Inquisition's official opinion of your person. As fate would have it, you have taken the reins of the Von Valencius dynasty in our most dire, when grim portents of dark events are to come are surfacing throughout the Cronus Expanse. I have been duty-bound to become first sentinel who sees the approaching threat. I hereby alert you that it is indeed coming. Can I not read all of those? Oh my goodness. Where was I? Our loyalty and resolve will be tested. People such as you and I will become pillars that will unite the Emperor's frightened children and inspire them to fight back. So I greet you as my dependable ally and assure you of my favor. From now on, you have a trusted friend within the holy orders of the Emperor's Inquisition and a receptive confidant on whom you can rely. Should the dark times ahead require you to make questionable choices, have no doubt that such an incident will be examined in an exceedingly temperate fashion that rules out the most radical forms of judgment. I have faith in the success of our partnership, and thank you for your contribution, both past and future, yada yada. Okay. Yeah, sure, okay. That is everything for the time being. Are you headed to the ship, or do you still have business to fulfill? Whatever the case, I can either wait for you on board or accompany you as part of your retinue. I'm not. You're not coming to my party anytime soon. I'm going on the ship, though. I don't know what subclass to give him. I haven't leveled in any of the subclasses yet. I don't know if any of them are good. I barely used Assassin. I barely used any of them. Another cutscene. I just wanted to heal. Captain. The inspection of the ship systems is complete. The deck priests are reporting the machine spirits are calm and satisfied. Everything's ready for onward travel. Except there's an issue you must be aware of. Got more experience, nice. Cassie makes a quick nervous gesture, adjusting the adornment over her third eye. Been studying the records left by the vessel's previous navigator. When I double-checked the route to Dargonis and discovered that it does not match the ones recorded in the Atlas. It's more than a minor warp fluctuation. The route has been wiped out, can no longer be used for traveling. To make matters worse, I started checking on the paths from the Atlas, one after the other, and saw the same thing everywhere. Warp is roiling with an ominous storm. Alright, that one. Bursting with vivid and screaming colors will not hinder our movement, but all previous knowledge is now utterly useless. So angrily chops the air with the side of her palm. Warp storms are our enemies, just like heretics and demons. It's a shame they can't be dispersed with a flamer or a bolter. Now we can be certain that the problems of the astropathic communication in the Corona Expanse are no coincidence. There's a warp disturbance in your whaler, Captain. Swallowing messages and disrupting familiar routes. This means you need to locate the key worlds of the Von Valencian Protectorate as soon as possible. Talking about Janus, Dargonis, and Kiava Gamma. Charting new routes so they can be reached, and restoring control will be the necessary step. Necessary next step. What's the worst case scenario? We're deprived of our connection to its neighboring systems, and the Corona Expanse's infrastructure can only rely on its stealth. And their capabilities are often limited. For example, Janus does not have a fleet of its own. Pirates, cultists, heretics, xenos, anyone could prey on the helpless planet. Lost communication is a great threat to your position. Rogue traders with no protectorate to back them is one that grows weaker by the day. Locksmaster is entirely correct. You are Rogue Trader Sigmund, successor to the Theodora, one of the most influential women this side of the Maw. What's the Maw again? Right. You are also new to the business of governing. Many people will doubt your competence and try to carve up your protectors so they can snatch a piece for themselves. It's important to show your potential allies and foes that you are in control of the situation. Which is why the sooner we reclaim these lost worlds, the better. Tell me about Janus. The surface of Janus was altered extensively so the planet could be designated an agro-world. It's a powerful food base capable of supplying the burgeoning protectorate and exporting provisions to the outer worlds at the same time. I can read. Janus owes much of its prosperity to the governor house of Viat. Probably. Under its leadership, the world has grown ever more prosperous year after year, securing shipments and taxes while keeping the workforce tightly controlled. And Kiava? Industrial world Kiava Gamma is being managed by the governor of House Gaprak and supplies your protectorate with rare mineral resources. Additionally, the planet features an Adeptus Mechanicus manufactorium that processes materials and prepares them for shipment. Testify that Kiava Gamma is a world marked by the Omnisci's patronage. By his grace, the manufactoriums of the colony are inhabited by committed and industrious machine spirits. Mistress Tulliman neglected to mention that the Kiava Gamma manufactorium also supplies heavy machinery, from forge harvesters to vessel systems and components. Like medical knowledge of our world's manufacturing capability, can Van Calix, please to be a service. And Dargonis? Dargonis is the heart and soul of your protectorate. It's where the main I just forgot how to read for a second. Main administrative resources and storage facilities are. And so is the Von Valencia Palace. If you would like to know, this is where you will publicly accept the title of Rogue Trader. Dargonis is a major administrative hub that runs the cargo fleet and keeps track of finances. What's your opinion, Abelard? Or Abelard? I don't know. Rediscovering the agro world will supply your protectorate with something none of your servants can do without. Sustenance. The importance of basic supplies should not be underestimated. Just look at Footfall in its current pitiful state. On the other hand, I am concerned by the rumors concerning Keanu Gamma. There have been no problems on Janus for many years, but something is very wrong with the industrial world right now. Delay may cost us the entire planet. I trust I do not have to explain the capital world. Losing it would make us the laughingstock of the other dynasties. Besides, the loss of chronicles and ledgers would spell a bureaucratic catastrophe. I had to force myself to say that one for a second. So all three systems are equally vital to the Protectorate. It falls to you to decide which one should be brought into the fold before the rest, Captain. Is there anything else? That's all, Lord Captain. Vessel and the crew await your instructions and are ready to depart Footfall immediately should you so desire. But I don't want to. Just wanted to heal. So we're going back. I forgot where. Even more. Lord Captain, we are once more within reach of the Von Valancius Protectorate. Of utmost urgency is restoring communication with your planets and bestowing the wisdom of your decrees upon their stewards. It's developing colonies, claiming new territories, and establishing trade links. This is all your privilege and burden. Okay, so I feel like the game's like properly opened now. Is that what I'm saying? Uh-oh. I thought that'd show me a map, not loading the whole area. Whoa. Okay, yeah, this is big. The game's properly opened up now. Everything before was tutorial. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. What exactly am I doing? Ah, nice. I have to talk to you.
What lies beyond?
Hello, Opticons. Tall. You have an actual, like, portrait. You look almost like Pascal, but not quite. Tall, hunched tech priest stares at you unblinkingly. Breathing mask conceals his gaunt features. Skin on his hands is of a sickly gray hue, while his augments show signs of combat damage and are plated in black chromium, giving him an air of lugubriousness. Lugubriousness? Give me a second. Just 1 second. Oh.
Lugubrious.
Lugubrious. Okay, that took longer than it should have. Lugubriousness. That's a word of the day. Initiating identification procedure. This unit is defined as Logis Opticon 22 and is a fully authorized representative structural part of the Cognizance fleet and the priesthood of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Access has been granted to the following options: information exchange, strengthening of diplomatic links, trade deals, donations. Initiating official greeting procedure for esteemed high-value visitors. Glorious success to House Von Valancius. The generic area begins to flow from the scratched box attached to the tech priest's chest, requesting information exchange regarding contractual obligation Logistar Theta. Pascal and Opticon 22 exchange glances and a short series of Benheric signals for bowing their heads in satisfaction. Opticon 22's head bows noticeably lower than Pascal's. Got some questions? Information assistance will be provided. What's your name about? Designation Opticon is an identifier with an illustrious history, significant number of archive references, and is used by many explorators in Cognizance Fleet. The Extension 22 is a custom edition made by current unit designed to highlight the unit's unique personality. Cognizance Fleet? It's a explorator fleet formed/produced by Adeptus Mechanicus for the purpose of surveying/optimally conquering the Cronus Expanse. The fleet's core squadron is located in classified, while auxiliary echelons and autonomous void vessels are operating throughout the entirety of the Cronus Expanse. Now the Omnissiah's favor be with my tech comrades. What's an explorator doing here? Unit functioned as a senior planetary scout for the duration of classified procedural cycles, was distinguished with three promotions by 1 grade, the right to a 2-tiered sacred augmentation, notation of the fleet-wide archive as a valuable unit. After a reconnaissance mission to the Teneris system, this unit was promoted to the lack of Logis and to the rank of Logis and transferred to Footfall in order to perform the functions appropriate for its current status. Archive data. My archive contains data of the reconnaissance of the Teneris system and the associated special circumstances. I express my respect for a veteran and adherent of the fleet. Valid assessment. The Teneris system was a great test of faith / an assessment of this unit's durability threshold / an act of destructive xenocide. So what happened to Teneris? Let's go on data classified. Okay. You guys do look very similar. Got the same red hood. What's she doing on Footfall? This unit performs 1. Residential representation, 2. Maintenance of the bureaucratic machine for the purpose of ratification of the Insulan boundaries, 3. Management of the Kappa thread supply line, 4. Compilation of astrographic reconnaissance data. There was once a tech acolyte in Lady Theodora's retinue who knew the unique language of the esteemed tech priests, and began to realize the true value of his abilities after he'd been devoured by a xenobeast on some nondescript world. I mean, what he's saying is pretty straightforward. I don't know why it needs translation. Seem to be speaking Gothic. I'm assuming Gothic is like this setting's version of Common from like D&D, you know? Informational capabilities of flesh speak are lacking. Opticon 22 is silent for a long time, then he says, function as the fleet's diplomatic mission, oversees shipments and ensure that the laity does not encroach upon the explorator's sphere of influence. Why are you here and not at what's-his-faces? Growing communication with the lay people of high social standing causes the unit vexation / desire for forceful cessation A vital function / grief / decline in motivation / righteous fury / willingness to initiate purity protocol. Remaining in the area of repair and maintenance of sacred machines is beneficial for the Xenos cognitive functions. Hanging out with the upper class makes him want to do murders, is what he's saying. Statement is true. The behavioral dynamics typical of lay groups are frequently devoid of logical patterns, but taxing to analyze. No more questions. You sell stuff? You do sell stuff. Let's see. Give me these. All of them. Huh. Might be useful. Is there a reason why I shouldn't just buy all this stuff? Power Axe. I don't know if that's better than the chain axe. It's probably not. The penetration is cool. But the chain weapon's crit is very nice. I mean, that's a pretty good weapon. I can just buy this for free effectively and then sell it again later, can I? I don't think I lose anything. Okay. I'm not done with you. I received an invitation. I confirmed was to discharge / reciprocally validate the mutual contraction obligation of designated Legistar Theta. Under the contractual obligation in question, 34.70. That's a period, right? I know in some countries people use periods in place of commas when using thousands. 34.761 Terran years ago. Probably just 35, right? Not 34,000. The Explorator Cognizance Fleet received from representatives / authorized units of the Von Blanches dynasty of a volume of high-grade promethium equal to the fuel capacity of 6 Tantalum void tankers. Tantalian void tankers. I don't know why that was so hard to say. Received it, then they didn't pay. Compensate, remunerate, settle accounts. Should I go on, or is that enough synonyms? Stipulated payment / reciprocal offering from the Cognizance Fleet can be made to Von Valencia's assets at the current time, after which the contractual obligation will be fulfilled / archived. Confirm your status regarding acceptance of the payments / reciprocal offering. It was a period, not a comma. What payment can I expect? Universal Mobile Orbital Deployment Extractiums, Astra Aerator Processing Complexes, and the quality stipulated in the contractual obligation. Each unit has undergone a cycle of maintenance liturgies and has been assessed for conformance to the sacred standard template construct. Creations of the Omnissiah, blessed be beneficence. I promise I can read, there's so many big words. Which has bestowed upon these complexes industrial might, the full cycle of reproduction and life support. You waited 30 years to pay. Execution of payment / reciprocal offering is in accordance with the specifications of the contractual obligation. Allocation of assets from the holdings of the Cognus fleet was initiated when Pickers reached main squadron 15 years after the initial transaction. Asset allocation process concluded 3 years later. Transportation of assets in the Furibunda system took 17 years. Final delivery of the assets to Footfall took about 0.3 years. Clever had been purchasing fuel for a squadron at any other end of the Imperium. He never have had to pay at all. Would have had turned to dust before you made it there and back. We have history together? Statement's true. The Cognizance fleet included 1,300 contractual obligations with the von Valentius dynasty, as represented by the counterparty identified as Theodore von Valentius. The substantial part of the Pact 8 Yule, in accordance with which Archmagos Cubus Delphine, data usher of the sevenfold hallowed workshop of the sacred world of Euphrates II, was transferred to the planet Kiava system to perform the duties of its fabricator sensor. Services of such highly enlightened servants were recompensed via the offering of a 7-year contract granting the fleet's exploration vessels maintenance privileges at the Cavas Gamma facilities. That's true. In the last couple decades, Theodora took pains to form a strong relationship with the Cognizance fleet. She turned down a dozen candidates looking for the right tech monitor to watch over Kiava Gamma. I'll take your payment. Yay. Cool. Okay. Quest is accepted. Sacred machines will be loaded into the hold of your vessel. The contractual obligation Leicester Theta is concluded. The Cognizance fleet thanks House von Valentius for its cooperation. Let's be friends. Priesthood of the Adeptus Mechanicus is interested in / considers expeditious / cooperation with rogue traders. Under the terms of the Treaty of Mars, it is willing to provide services to the von Valentius dynasty. Priority of service tasks can be raised if diplomatic links are strengthened. Cognizance fleet will be glad / alternative unavailable to accept any samples of sacred technology, samples of profane architech, xenotech. Don't know where I got architect. Miscellaneous items, reminder, storage, study, and/or disposal of the aforementioned objects, with the exception of 3 miscellaneous items. Is the preferential right of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Certainly is, esteemed one. Explorator fleets will also accept information about planets in the current expanse that have not previously been recorded in the planetary register. So that'd be 10 planets. Why do you care about planets? This guy has so many words. Omnifaceted study of the Cronus Expanse is the sacred mission / operational objective of the Cognizance fleet. Information about the planets and the star systems of the Cronus Expanse will be compiled, studied, and transferred to the holy repositories of Mars upon completion of the Great March of Exploration / mission. This process increases the totality of knowledge and decreases the totality of ignorance in the universe. And you care about xenotech? Cognizant's fleet. Finds it reasonable to believe/believes that forbidden knowledge in the hands of the laity causes destruction and violations that go against the omnissiah's will. Weakness of mind and will. Weakness of mind and will unleashes xeno-heresy which consumes the laity whole. An example that demonstrates the outlined pattern: Void Station in the system of Landgreen's Belt. According to the data available to the Cognizant fleet, heretics on the station have made trade relations for Xenos for the sake of obtaining dangerous and pernicious technology. The destruction of these heretics is of high priority, but not high enough to demand immediate action. Okay, I'm gone. Inside knows all, comprehends all. Okay, well that's that done. Anything else I need to take care of? That's a lot of stuff. Nothing on football we can leave now. There was something in the shadow quarters, right? That I wanted to check out. I forget. That's probably not important. Oh, I remember if it is.
Amidst the madness.
Alright. So, I believe... Jensen wants to talk. So does, Jay and Heinz. Argenta hangs out over this way, doesn't she? No, other way. You wanna talk? Let's talk.
Greetings.
Waiting for you to tell me about your past and to explain the strange words of that cultist on football.
Yes, I'm ready. I would ask only one thing of you, rogue trader. If I may, I would like to see the chamber of the sacred warrant and kneel before the relic touched by the Emperor himself. A difficult conversation lies ahead of us, and I wish to pray by the relic before I lay my soul bare.
Be my guest. Hopefully this will be voiced. I've done a lot of reading today. There's gotta be something to stop that. Drops to her knees, her hands making the sign of the Alcala. Her eyes are locked for the sweeping signature on the warrant. Seemingly mundane thing, merely a flourish on a piece of paper. Unless one knows whose hand left that mark, and whose blood is on that paper. If thou seest the flaw in me, smite me. If thou knowest of all a fall of mine, burn me. With flames of fury and righteousness, but if thou seest delight in me, grace me. If thou hearest a plea in mine, bless me. With wrath of fury and righteousness. The prince's voice is sonorous. She's made for singing hymns and prayers, but right now she cannot seem to catch her breath, so overwhelmed with emotion is she. For I breathe by the will of thine, for I live by the law of thine. I carry thy word, O Emperor. I bring solace to servants of thine, and to ruins of foes of thine. The fates of terror and righteousness. Upon finishing, she closes her eyes and remains silent for a long time with her head raised high. Slowly, like the first flicks of flame in a campfire, a smile blossoms on her lips. Suddenly opens her eyes and they are light with uncanny resolution. Rogue Trader, we need to talk, or rather, I need to tell you something. The truth about how I ended up on Theodore von Glacius's, I don't know how to say the words though, ship, and about the cultists we encountered on Footfall. Go ahead. Please understand, I couldn't trust you before. I'll tell you my story, and you'll see why. Start at the beginning. It's easier to piece everything together that way. Upon arriving at the Expanse and on footfall, I had no purpose here. Torment, that wasn't needed. The reliquary I had been assigned to safeguard was already well protected by Reverend Hieronymus' mission. No one was even trying to defile it, for all its lawlessness, but full respects the worship of the Emperor. That was when Lady Theodora, head of your dynasty, appeared. She became an agent of the divine will, in a way. Falters, searching for the words. It's from her that I learned about a planet recently discovered by your scouts, Salus Prime. For a trade of the planet was of little interest. A fair world away from convenient warp routes. For me, learning about its existence was a revelation. Elaborate a little? The planet is yours by rights, but it's not as simple as that. Warp route leading to it was lost. I'll explain in due time. May I continue? By all means. The description of Salus Prime was unfamiliar to me. It seemed very similar to... It seemed very similar to a world from an ancient legend. The ancient legend of Saint Argenta and her ship. Argenta, the living saint. She is my patroness. The order named me after her. She died millennia ago when heretics caused her ship to fall from the skies. But even those blasphemers could not touch Argenta's ashes or her holy relic, the one star. For the fallen ship, which now served as the resting place for the saint's remains, would only allow the truly righteous to enter. All others would meet their death. Imagine what I felt when this flash of insight came upon me. The world where Saint Argenta's ship fell was merely a vague legend. No one knew its actual whereabouts, and suddenly I find myself... I keep predicting what they're saying, and I keep being wrong. Suddenly, I myself, named after the saint, come across this information. Realized at that moment I was important that I must journey to the planet and find the ship, and so I asked the Reverend Hieronymus to let me go for a time on a personal pilgrimage. Boarded Theodora's ship and demanded passage to the newly discovered planet Salus Prime. What's the one star? Apologies, I got so carried away I forgot to explain. The one star is the relic kept by Saint Argenta. Yeah, I know that. I belong to the Order Pronatus. We attach particular significance to holy relics. One star is one of the lost relics of the past, so mysterious, no one even knows what it is exactly. Argenta's hagiography? Hagiography. At times calls it a banner, or set of armor, or a blessed chainsword. One thing is certain, it was a beacon of righteousness, and it was lost with Argenta's death. Why did you keep your supposition from Reverend Hieronymus? Surely he could have helped you with the search for the ship and the saint's remains. Couldn't just come out and tell him. It was important revealed to me personally, can't you see? I told Reverend Hieronymus the honest truth that I was going on a personal pilgrimage to embolden my spirit. It really was a pilgrimage. It was as if Saint Argenta herself had shown me the way, commanding me to undertake this trial if I had found the ship and set foot on its decks. If I had laid my hand on her remains and the relic, it would have been a sign that I had truly been blessed with the saint's favor. Understandable. Looks at you, somewhat surprised. I thought I had been told that finding the ship was my destiny, place in the world. Perhaps there's something more to that. Perhaps there's something to that. I can read, I promise. I imagine Theodora was thrilled with the prospect. Theodora lent her assistance. It was her intention to visit the newly discovered world. She took me with her. Defeat. Ship's augers failed to detect anything of note during the orbital scanning. I was expecting this, though. According to the legend, the ship can conceal itself from the naked eye, and only a pilgrim guided by a pure heart can find it. What I didn't expect was an ambush waiting for us on the planet. Landed there with a small unit provided by Theodora, St. Argentus hagiography. I don't know how to say this. Hagiography. By heart. I know all the legends about her, all her obscure clues, descriptions of mountains and rivers from millennial tales. And I was certain that I had found the way to the ship. That's when we were attacked. Words we heard in the heretic shrine on Footfall. Something about ways, doors, please, addressed to some lord, the edge of daybreak. They were the same words spoken by the cultists who attacked us on Salus Prime. Whole unit perished, all those people, brave people I had led to search for the relic. It was only by a miracle that I didn't perish along with them. Didn't connect these events at first. Cultists on Footfall. Cultists on Salus Prime. Cultists attacking the ship and Kunrad's betrayal. What if these are all links to the same chain? What if they've long since infiltrated the ranks of the Von Valencia's servants? What if I led those heretics to the sacred planet with my search? The only person who knows is out there. Oh yes, and I sincerely hope we will meet him again. That serpent needs to answer a few questions before he is plunged into the cleansing flame. How'd you escape if you didn't run? Theodore's people received a distress call, came to my rescue, brought me aboard the ship. Barely remember what happened. When they arrived, I was severely wounded, fighting back with whatever remained of my strength. I think I shouted that we had to go after them, but they didn't listen. Took me to the shuttle and pulled out. After that, I saw blackness. When I came to, we were already in the middle of a warp jump. Theodora had urgent matters to take care of, and she decided that she could clear out the planet at a later time. And that's why you didn't trust me? Yes, Rogue Trader. Gentle looks in the eye. Saw with my own eyes how a member of your family showed his true colors as a servant of the archenemy. I'd already discovered a humiliating defeat and at the hands of cultists, and was afraid of another betrayal. Couldn't be forthright with you, so I studied you, looking for seeds of corruption or the light of righteousness. And you never found the ship? Yes, I rushed to Theodore the moment I could walk again, and I insisted going back to Salus Prime to defend the relic from the heretics. I was told that the warp had destroyed the old route to the planet, and that plotting a new one would take a great deal of time and effort. As if there could be anything more important than protecting the faith and hunting down servants of the archenemy. In any event, the route was lost, and all knowledge of it died in the attack on the ship along with the old navigator. But now we have a new lead, the data that we collected from the cultist shrine on Footfall. I don't care what that reprobate we executed said, there must be a way to track them down. Tell me, Rogue Trader, will you help me in this undertaking? Will you help me find this great relic and return it to the people of the Imperium? We get to shoot bad guys, so yeah. So be it, Rogue Trader. I stand here at the warrant, the embodiment of the Emperor's will marked by his own hand. I vow that I will not relent until the holy relic has been returned and the heretics punished. And may the light be with us both on this path. I promise I can read. Okay. What is causing it? I don't know what causes it. It's so weird. Okay. So now we need to talk to Jay or Highness. Whoever we see first. Hey, Highness.
To what do I owe this visit? Yes, but not here. I wouldn't want our conversation to be gossip fodder on the bridge and in the officer's mess.
You got it. We're not voiced anymore. Thank you for finding an opportunity to talk. Trust now would be a good time to explain the reason for my return aboard your ship. Don't object to you personally, but I find the continuous presence of an Inquisition agent at my side slightly unnerving. Concern is unfounded, as long as there is no substantial reason for it. I hope there will not be one. To business then. Cult of the Final Dawn, the madmen preach their heretical doctrine among the denizens of the Grunt Expanse and instigate crimes against the throne and humanity. One such crime took place in your protectorate. The Lord Inquisitor considered it necessary to have one of his acolytes accompany the rogue trader on the voyage into the corrupted region. Also need to meet with one of my observers on the capital world of your domain. I'm gonna pick this one because it's a skill check one. Why would Ordo Xenos agents investigate a chaos cult? You're well versed to know the Inquisition is organized, Sigmund. Yes, initially you're well versed in how the Inquisition is organized. Yes, initially our arrival in the current expanse is dictated by the need to fight Xenos. There's more. Cult is tangentially related to my main specialization. Perhaps I'll be able to reveal the full truth someday, but right now I ask you to display humility and patience. The Lord Inquisitor mentioned in his letter he's willing to show lenience toward my actions that would otherwise be interpreted as radical. That's correct. I should show greater tolerance for the mistakes of a newly appointed rogue trader. To be frank, I'm surprised. Lord Inquisitor is not the type to indulge the weakness of soul and mind, even in somebody who only recently accepted the burden of a lofty title. You spying on me, dude? The person I mentioned is not a spy, but a secretary in the administrative department on Dargonis. The planet's governor and Theodore were fully aware of his status. His duty is to fulfill the sacred oath on the Golden Throne and eliminate threats to the Imperium, which the current expanse has in abundance. His name is Achilles Solander. As soon as we contact Dargonis, I will introduce you as the new head of the dynasty. I'm sure you will appreciate the presence of such an advisor among your subjects, and I suggest you heed his words at least occasionally. A chaos cult in my protectorate? Are you laying an accusation against my dynasty? Chaos treads softly, Sigmund. The main danger of secret cults and sects is that they are like seeds. They can remain in the ground for decades, safe from all scrutiny, until an opportunity to sprout, grow, and bear monstrous fruit presents itself. Origins of a cult on one of the rogue trader's planets does not mean the dynasty head himself is a chaos worshipper. Having said that, it should be noted that Theodore von Valentius was famous for her loose interpretation of the freedoms granted by the Warrens. Guard tooth, look. Bloodline can be stained by ancestral transgressions. If it is indeed so, it is in your best interest to do whatever is necessary to redeem yourself. And then, perhaps you will get a chance to salvage your dynasty's reputation. Tell me more about this cult. Chaos worshippers, most often agents of the throne, run into lone renegades stirring up the rabble. Insane prophets and hysteric visionaries preaching the end of days, a passing comet, mutant rebellion, an onslaught of monsters. Trying to come up with a new reason why people should prostrate themselves and quiver in fear. Much effort in the blood of those royal to the Golden Throne was spent before we established a connection between those heretics. However, Cult of the Final Dawn is something greater than a gaggle of misguided seers and fortune-tellers. Cleverly spread their agents all over the Chronos Expanse, disseminating heresy amongst honest people in the Imperial worlds. There is a certain strategy to their actions that changes whenever we get too close, and finally we have enough military power to have had 2 ships that we had sent after them later discovered as wreckage. The growing difficulty in making warp jumps is detrimental to us, but unlikely to inconvenience those who engage in vile sorcery day in, day out. After the events of Rykad Minoris, I suspected the cult might have built its nest inside Winterscale's domain. The latest reports indicate it is your protector that is harboring heretics. Being in your entourage improves my chances of getting closer to their secrets. Alright, I'll let you hang out. What else do you want? Rogue Trader should deliver me to the system that contains the industrial world of Kieva Gamma. I will then accompany you to the surface and determine what the cult is planning and how it intends to use the resources that have fallen into their clutches. Which may very well include the blessed engines of the Adeptus Mechanicus and even the followers of the Omnissiah themselves. I will be frank, the answer to this question is unlikely to please either of us. Machinations of cults, usually of chaos, usually go beyond inflicting countless deaths and destruction. Having their plans come to fruition would lead to far more terrible consequences. When the systems in the Chronos Expanse is already lost, may the Emperor protect us from watching the strategy play out again. If you're right, what happens? On Rykad Minoris, he made a decision that sent billions of souls into the grasp of the archenemy. An unreasonable and unforgettably high price for a small handful of people saved by your mercy. Do I consider it a worthy exchange? I certainly do not. Will I make every effort to make sure an exchange does not happen again? Of course. Sentimentality is a luxury I cannot afford. I guess sometimes the good of the Imperium demands we turn a blind eye to the fate of its individual servants. I've used the word sometimes. The good of the Imperium always prevails over the lives of its individual servants. I may sometimes falter, but that speaks to my weakness, not the generosity of my soul. Much hinges on the decisions made by the Inquisition, sometimes far more than an ordinary servant of the throne can see. Why are you beefing with Kieva? Disjointed pieces of data that finally merged into a single picture. Additionally, not long ago, a vessel from that world arrived on Footfall. Reports from the crew were confused and alarming, making me fear a planet-wide rebellion. We met a Chaos Space Marine on Minoris. Do we risk running into his brothers? I have no doubt it'll happen sooner or later, Sigmund. Chaos Marines siding with the cult is very, very bad news. Most likely they kept away until recently, pulling their puppet strings from a respectable distance. These traders seldom show up alone. The best we can count on is having to deal with just a squad of Chaos Space Marines in the current expanse and not an entire company. Tell me about the guys who stole a son. That's a pretty impressive feat that we've just kind of brushed past. The Drakari, one of the branches of the Aeldari, an ancient and vicious Xenos race. Those creatures are a living terror to ordinary people who fall prey to their raids, for the simple reason that the victims are not killed outright, but instead become their playthings. Just you and I need to air to survive. Drakari require psychic energy born from torment and pain, which they extract from the captives with uncanny expertise. Huh. Their ships, which are difficult to mistake for any other, arrive suddenly and undetected. Their stealth technologies greatly surpass the capabilities of standard Imperium auger arrays. The objective of their raids is never to capture a world or a ship. No, they only are interested in fresh victims. After filling their holds with living captives, they disappear into the webway. It's like a second warp. Huh. A different dimension, which conceals their greatest stronghold, Cormoraga. Comarag? Comarag. The darkest city of the Drakari, from which none can hope to escape. Heinrich studies your expression. Do you not know why the Drakari stole Rykad's son and brought the fulfillment of the cult's prophecies? Perhaps the Xenos themselves have played into the Archenemy's designs, or perhaps Aurora's divinations and facts, described in the Drakari actions. There's only one thing I can say with absolute certainty. There's no alliance between the cults of the Final Dawn and the Xenos. It's simply impossible. I won't let anyone throw their weight around on my worlds, be they servants of Chaos, Xenos, or heretics. Commendable aspiration for a person who holds the fates of billions of people and dozens of Imperial worlds in his hands. Which is why you need to be ever more vigilant when looking for seeds of corruption on your planets. Lest they sprout one day and spell doom for whatever is tangled up in their roots. Anything else? Let me put it this way. You may think whatever you want of me, but my goal is not to hinder you. I am here to help you in the fight against foes you may not even be aware of. And my word that I'll provide every assistance in uprooting the heresy that has sprouted on the Von Valancius worlds, while their mask grows away, I will try to be more patient with the less grievous flaws of the Barriers of the Warrant are sometimes known to have. Thank you for sparing the time, Captain. Okay. So that's his thing done. We have to go to Kiava next. And now we have to hunt down Jay, whoever that is. Wherever she is, I mean. I have a vault? Since when did I have a vault? Huh. So this is where I keep stuff that I want to not accidentally sell, I guess. I mean, I've got a decent amount of cool stuff, but... Okay. I didn't even see that. Let's go see if we can find Jay now. Where is she? Over by Pascal. Hello.
Allow me to thank you again for helping me with the cargo, Sherin. I am sure the Ashmags who squirreled away my goods won't give up so easily, and I'll hear more about their scheming yet. Let's strike a deal, Sherin. I will watch your back, if you do me a favor and watch mine. Well, enough jokes. Is there something you wanted?
I wanted to do your companion quest.
Oh, Sherin, I did manage to spark your interest. Allow me to invite you to a more private place. My words are meant for your ears alone.
I need an excuse not to be voiced anymore. Am I right? Yep. Flickering light of dozens of candles play across Shree's face, making her a small smile appear even more mysterious. Shreen, the Exalted One himself, brought us together the day you crossed Fladeum's threshold, led us to the cargo, and gave his blessing for its return. Do you know what people in my world say when such a thing happens? What's gained is to be shared with your neighbor. She points at the containers in front of her. One contains a polished Ailberry rifle, a rare model, and the other holds an ornate sword. That's pretty nice, but I'm not sure if... I'm not sure if, Argenta can use it. Be nice if she could. Maybe I should grab Eldari proficiency for her next level if I can. If I can. And then a sword, which might be good on... That's a big AoE attack. Might be good to give to, what's his face? Abelard. Needs Trinkari weapon, though. It's pretty nice, though. Maybe I could use it. I don't know. I'm sharing what I've gained with you. Please accept these humble gifts in honor of our widely successful, though suddenly struck, friendship. Thanks. I knew you would appreciate the Xenos mastery of their craft. She beams at you, curling a lock of black hair around an augmented finger. Brief pause, she awkwardly continues. So, the matter I wanted to discuss with you is related to my business. You know that I sell Xeno artifacts to interested Imperial subjects, and Imperial trinkets to Xenos. Business is going well, my network runs even without my participation. When it comes to expansion, well, that's where I hit a wall. Rivals, envious of my success, throws up her hands. Falco especially. I'm certain the theft of the cargo is his doing. We can never predict what that Ashmag will do next. And while the Imperium's authority may be fragmented in the Expanse, it could crack down on people of my profession at the moment. Go on. If the Rogue Trader put in a good word for me with the servants of the Adeptus Administratum, I would become an official trade representative of the Imperium. Just imagine it, a little scrap of paper will offer me and my agents protection against Ashmag's schemes, far better than any refractor field. And even the Inquisition will have to think twice before they mess with me, because I'll be a representative of the law in my own right. And the best part of all that is that it will cost you precisely nothing, Shireen. All you have to do is stop by the Administration's place and obtain a certificate of from the Master of Seals. Platform told me that the place is located on Dargonos, your capital world. So you know how everything is aligned so wonderfully, and of course, I will repay you in kind. I mean, you're saying it cost me nothing. And monetarily, probably, but I'm going to be officially sanctioning someone selling alien weapons, which is a very bad thing, right? Besides being in receipt of my internal gratitude, Serene. Wouldn't it be beneficial to have someone in your retinue with the weight of authority behind them, rather than just another pawn? One slip of paper, and I'll be able to extend my network to systems far beyond footfall. My agents will be your eyes and ears throughout the Expanse. I'll consider it. Perhaps your thoughts move in the right direction with a little encouragement from me, Shireen. Must have some faction in mind that you would like to establish relationships with. Or relations with the Severe Drusians? I don't know who they are. Hot-headed pirates of Casbalica. You merely need to use the right words like a key or a lock, and people will open their hearts to you, or their wallets, so they'll arrange everything. You merely have to ask. Let's go for Drusians. I don't know what they do, but I got a good feeling about them. Good vibes. Ooh. No problem, sure. I'll have my people put in a good word for you in the right circles. And if you change your mind about my proposal, you can always find me nearby on the bridge. I'll just say the word and I'll come, Shireen. Why couldn't you do that with all of them? That'd be pretty nice. If you could just go like, hey, like this person more, and then it happens, do it to all of them. No matter. I got 2,000 reputation for free, so I'll take it. Let's see who's next. Wait. 5 of these. Okay. Alright, that's what. Right. Okay, let's go do that. You don't get to attack me immediately after I get on the planet and get away with it. Yeah, let's go there. And it said its entrance is somewhere around Sector 2 in the Shadow Quarters. Turn off to the station. Can be seen from the Adeptus Amascius. Should be enough to find the place. Which I'm pretty sure is the bar. So let's go there. That didn't count. Okay. Right here's the entrance.
There will be no peace in my wake.
I thought I fully explored this place, but maybe it's, here? Martyrs, right? Didn't it say here? Adeptus Administratum. Adeptus Amascius. Amascicus. I don't know. Somewhere in Sector 2. I don't know where this is. I guess I can give the place another once over. Keep tab on.
They will see. Oh yes, they all will see.
Over here. This is the warehouse. We've explored that place fully enough, I think. Sector 2. Dark Hideout. Is that what this is? Is the Dark Hideout it? Or is this the place I went into before that I fought the pink horror? Yeah, I don't think I've been here before. Hello?
Patience? My nerves are frayed!
Not immediately hostile. We're gonna have a conversation before we talk to him, it looks like. Hello? Amber Kingpin. Man with a shaggy mop. Dark hair is dressed and armed about as well as everyone else in here, yet he is unmistakably the leader. Takes a step toward you, he chuckles. He spreads his arms wide in a welcome gesture. My guess, what a joy it is to see you in my humble refuge. I see you've come here to be introduced to the truth, which will you choose then? Words or fire and metal? You already know the answer, heretic. I'll hear you out first. I will. Your time has passed, all of you bureaucrats, the Caspalica, rogue traders, conceited aristocracy, and the other worthless trash. All of you will soon burn. Do you even know what our name means, outsider? The foe calls us the Anvers. Stop to look, listen, learn. Auxilio non vignettes. Help will not come. The moss closed from its expanse is on its own now. New heroes come, and we are its sovereigns.
Oh, glorious spectacle of your
That was
demise.
not.
Are you ready to die?
Kind of messed up, dude. Oh, maybe it's only. I see. Okay. Alright, Pascal, go down. I think it's only at like a certain height level. Like from here, or here and up, maybe. No, we're all poisoned. I guess they're just immune to it. Or not. That's what I get for talking to evil people. Alright. If we're gonna... Yeah, we need to get over there ASAP. So we're just gonna move over here. Abel can go here. Argenta, you'll be fine up here. Just perfectly where you are. Pascal's fine there. Cassia can move there. This is 10 damage per turn, by the way. That is not very friendly at all. Can I change your weapons right now? No. What do you have? A bad gun, another bad gun. Well, no. Actually, that shoots poison, so that's good. Then you got a chain sword. Interesting. Not very good armor, though. No matter. Okay. Let's see. That's probably fine. Pascal, you will Shoot this guy. Shoot this guy.
Request approved.
Let's make it quick. Let's get to it. Just a minor setback.
I'm here, maggot.
Oh no.
Here we go. Gloves on. Pain and duty go hand in hand.
I don't have any version of Misty Step, so this guy's just directly in my way. It's fine. Here, I guess. Or here.
A moving target lives longer.
And just do this. Yeah.
Don't get too cocky.
And now both of you guys are poisoned, aren't you? No. For some reason, you guys are immune. That's fine.
Me? Never in 1,000 sectors.
Okay, sure.
I'd like to, but I can't. Tell me, and it is done. I can do that, with the right incentive.
Move here.
Heavy is the tread of his faithful.
And you're good. Cassia, if you could, would you move? Move here.
That is foolishness.
No line of sight? Okay. Is
Be
here?
careful not to cross my gaze.
Okay.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
I resist toxic, don't I? It's permanent. I have something that gives me resistance like -5 to it or something, don't I? I don't know. Maybe it's just a static 10. I don't know.
If I may. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
That didn't work. I thought I was clever for a second.
Scared, yeah? Let's get to it.
Out of my way.
Genta. How far can you go? Not very. But with like dash and run and gun. I think you dash. Oh, I see, because you're very far away.
God Emperor, move through me! Be the fire in my heart!
This guy's got 200 HP. I need to get around him rather than through him.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Doubt is for the weak. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Nice. Yeah, if I can just get action economy in my favor, that's gonna be our job.
Faith without deeds is worthless. I'll do it.
Damn it. Alright, Sig, we're gonna need you. Why does that take 9 movements? What? Why does moving around seem to take that much movement? Oh, holy hell, okay. That took 9 movement, moving 4 spaces.
A genius at work.
Fair enough. How much temporary HP do I have? Does it say? Yes. We'll move.
Follow my lead.
Here. Charge at you. Bonk.
Victory is not your target.
That's true.
It will be done.
Oh.
Taking damage to bulk.
Burned and toxic. Move right where that guy was. Try to kill both of these guys at once.
Significant value.
Just hoping for a crit. That's fine. What's this do? 7 shot damage. Oh my goodness. Man, if I ever fight a robot, that guy's done.
The Omnissiah comprehends all.
Let's make it quick. Let's get to it.
Pascal, no.
Time to slaughter someone.
Here we go.
Oh, you ain't getting me, dude. Oh, you got me, dude.
To my collection.
Again? Oh, shit.
Suffered worse.
Where is Argenta? There she is. No more fire up here. Take cover.
This battlefield air is good for my lungs.
No, it's not. It's very bad, actually.
Don't get too cocky. Am I getting paid for this?
You get to live for this. Radical. What? I don't get to do that. Thought I could do this. Oh, I used up all my AP, right? That's how it works.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
I can do that with the right incentive.
Rejoice in battle! Doubt is for the weak.
That's probably a bad move there, but what you needed.
Dare you!
Let's move. Why does that not count as cover? No matter. Be right back.
Emperor, give me strength. I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Buff you. Buff you again.
I'm
Control
not
you.
accustomed to being ordered around.
At
Kill
your
you.
beck and call. I took care of this one.
I don't know if this is a good idea to use right now. Maybe?
We'll rule the stars themselves.
Okay, it was a good idea. You still got a turn. 30. Is that what? I thought it said you take 32. No, that 32 tempo advantage. That means like 32 times 4% more on your next attack. Wow. Okay, insane. If I killing you would be a good idea. So would be killing you.
My place is at the fore.
Let's move here. No. I got 3 points, so we'll just sworn enemy and then bonk you.
It will be done. One you attack.
Nice. Now you.
A tactically sound approach. At your beck
Crit,
and call.
please. That wasn't enough, actually.
It will be done. I took care of this one.
Okay, that was very nice. And now we're
Tried
gonna
and tested
give it to
tactics
you.
are the best ones.
Don't have any more movement we can use. Cassia, we're in a much better spot now. Thank you, Abelard. Shoot this guy.
If I may,
God damn it.
I will endure.
Yes, you will, because you have to.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Could have. Damn it, that's right. And the dash used up all my movement. God damn it, I'm so bad at this game. It's fine. Let's shoot you.
Is why I was chosen. Faith without deeds is worthless.
And then shoot you again.
I'll do it.
Nice. Reload if you
Doubt
would.
is for the weak.
Now, move right there.
Step by step, I lead.
Turn this off. That, I guess it'll go away. Eventually, there it is. Okay, now we're fine. Now you're cooked, dude.
Shattered foes in my wake.
That used an AP, but that's okay. Use
A
reckless.
wicked thought.
Charge.
Behold the wrath of madness.
Ow. This guy's gonna kill Sig next turn, but what can you do?
Follow my lead.
Swarm enemy. Reckless. Charge.
Victory is imminent.
Well, bam.
Reduced to dust.
Okay.
Let's get to it.
Dumbass. What did you expect?
From the ashes, I will rise.
Okay, move over here.
You jest, surely.
Huh.
How about no?
Damn it.
Don't get too cocky. Tell me, and it is done.
You move all the way over this way.
I have read tomes of military tactics.
And that's your turn. And now... Will this work? Like, no, it would. Well, it would, actually. Will this work? Oh, you can't... Ah, that makes sense. This can stun you.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
It didn't. But it could have. What does Frenzy do? I see. This is the poison one? Yes.
Am I getting paid for this?
Damn it. Alright, Cassian. You will move over here. Voice command, why can't I?
I'm afraid not.
Huh. Everyone is overexerted? 2 rounds. Okay. Weird.
Step aside. The navigator is coming.
Just want to get you.
Me. If you insist, Lord Captain.
Run away. Shoot this guy in the
As
face.
the Emperor commands, strike is a prayer.
Nice. And not a single casualty. Right, Pascal? Cool. Did you drop anything cool? And Virgin Sword. Slightly better than Chain Axe if you ignore the potential bleed. But the parry is nice. Okay. Doesn't look like anything else is particularly exciting. With this game. I should equip that actually, that sword that we got. Have that. And you can have that. Yeah. Now everyone can bleed. All the warriors at least. Alright.
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
What else is in here? I don't think I've needed to use any multi-keys this entire game. Nothing else. But XP, right? Yeah, pretty close to 17. Well, that was fun.
One step at a time, amidst the madness.
Let's go see if we can go through that area that was quarantined. Was over here. Well, down here. Wish I could play some angry, but we haven't cleared a passage tree yet. Soon, though. Okay, I was just checking. Well, in that case, I believe, unless this has something to tell me otherwise, I believe I'm done with Footfall for now. Pretty sure. Yeah, nothing here. Damn it. There we go. It's over here, right? Yeah, the ship's over this way. Let's get out of here. Heal all our injuries. I'll probably leave. Come back later. Although, I've been talking a whole lot, so I think it's probably time to end stream. I'll be back again Wednesday, same time, noon central. It was nice having any VOD watchers. Have a good rest of your day. See you then. I'll learn how to do outros one day.